For nearly 5 decades, a subtle rumor has circulated in music circles about Barry Gibb and Cliff Richard. One of those intriguing moments that fans discussed quietly but never fully understood. No one could confirm if it was accurate, exaggerated, or simply a hidden tale from the entertainment world. Both iconic artists remained silent, never addressing it directly. But now at 79, Barry Gibb has chosen to speak openly. His words not only illuminate their shared history, but also offer a fresh perspective on these two legendary figures and their intertwined yet complex connection. All about Barry Gibb. Barry Allen Crompton. Gibb was born on September 1st, 1946, at the Jane Crookall Maternity Home in Douglas, Isle of Man. His parents, Hugh and Barbara Gibb, hailed from Manchester, and Barry grew up with English, Irish, and Scottish heritage. He had an older sister, Leslie, and twin brothers, Robin and Maurice. His middle names, Allen and Crompton, honored relatives and a distant ancestor. Early life brought challenges. At around age 2, he pulled a boiling teapot onto himself, suffering serious burns. He spent months in hospital, with doctors initially fearing for his life. The incident left scars, but he has no memory of it, a complete blank in his childhood. The Gibb family moved often on the Isle of Man and later to Manchester. Barry attended various schools, but music, not academics, shaped him most. In 1955, back in Manchester, he and his brothers formed their initial band, the Rattlesnakes, covering hits by artists like the Everly Brothers and Buddy Holly. They later renamed the group and played talent shows and small gigs. In 1958, the family emigrated to Australia, where the brothers became the Bee Gees. Barry's songwriting quickly emerged. As a young teen, he composed originals that attracted local radio attention. The siblings performed at racetracks and clubs to earn income, building a fan base. Barry left school to pursue music full-time. In the 1960s, he penned numerous tracks recorded by Australian acts, some becoming regional successes. In 1967, returning to the UK, the family signed with manager Robert Stigwood, launching the Bee Gees' international fame with endless chart toppers. Barry encountered stars like John Lennon, humorously noting he mostly saw Lennon's back during their introduction. The Bee Gees faced peaks and valleys, disputes, splits, reconciliations, and fatigue. Barry briefly pursued solo work, releasing singles and an album, but the brothers reunited to continue their legacy. In recent years, he has toured globally, collaborated with major artists, and appeared on TV. He has released solo projects, joined Coldplay on stage, and received honors like the Kennedy Center Honors in 2023. Currently, he focuses on preserving the Bee Gees' heritage, including their upcoming biopic, The Relationships That Shaped Barry Gibb. Barry Gibb's personal journey blends early difficulties, lasting stability, and elements of rock star intensity, typical for someone in the public eye. His first marriage was young. At 19, on August 2, 1966, he wed Maureen Bates. They were optimistic but inexperienced, and the union ended shortly after a brief time living near Abbey Road Studios. By July 1970, they divorced. Fate intervened soon after. While recording for BBC's Top of the Pops in London, Barry met Linda Gray, former Miss Edinburgh. They connected instantly. On September 1st, 1970, his 24th birthday, he married Linda. This one endured. They raised 5 children, including son Steve, and now have 7 grandchildren. Despite fame, tours, and losses, Barry credits Linda for keeping him anchored. In 2009, they became U.S. citizens while retaining British nationality, reflecting their long life in America since 1974. One notable friendship was with Michael Jackson. In a 2014 Mirror interview, Barry described their closeness. Jackson visited Miami, staying at Barry's home, watching TV reports of fans outside his own hotel, laughing in his signature style. They shared wine, sometimes excessively, and long talks, songwriting sessions, or relaxed evenings, with Jackson occasionally dozing on the floor. Barry avoided discussing allegations, focusing on friendship and music. He still misses him deeply. Barry also connected to country music, buying Johnny and June Carter Cash's former Tennessee home in 2006 to restore as a songwriter's retreat. Tragically, it burned during renovations in 2007. He rebuilt on the site, but sold in 2014. Despite U.S. residency, Barry honored his roots. In 2009, he received Freeman of the Borough of Douglas status alongside Robin and posthumously Maurice, a meaningful nod to their beginnings. Long-held personal trauma? Even icons like Barry Gibb carry lasting scars, not just from fame, but profound early pain. In 2017, he revealed a long-kept secret. At age 4, a man attempted to molest him. The memory remains vivid, a policeman interviewing him in bed at 4 a.m. He hesitated sharing it, questioning, "I've never said this before. Should I say it now?" Details remained private, described as disturbing, but the childhood police visit lingers. Such trauma profoundly impacts worldview, fostering caution, confusion, and self-protection. It likely influenced Barry's character, relationships, trust, and songwriting. Earlier, he discussed another childhood incident, severe burns at age 2 from scalding, requiring lengthy hospitalization. It left him shy, quiet, and emotionally vulnerable for years. These experiences underlie his public persona. A child facing such violations and pain grew into a creator of songs exploring love, loss, longing, and isolation, emotions possibly drawn from deep within. Through fame, success, and brotherly losses, Barry has shown introspection and emotional depth, often tearing up over memories. Revealing the abuse attempt decades later reopened wounds but provided authenticity. It humanizes the legend. Behind harmonies and stardom lies survival of hardship, invisible marks, yet gifts of music touching millions. Cliff's early path. Cliff Richard's beginnings were distant from British pop fame, born Harry Roger Webb in Lucknow, India. His family relocated to the UK as a child, settling in Hertfordshire. Like many post-war households, they started anew, teaching young Harry resilience. Music captivated him young. In his teens, he embraced performing, learning guitar, joining bands, and dreaming bigger. At 16, he formed a group evolving into the shadows, influencing early British rock. In the late 1950s, inspired by Elvis Presley, he entered the industry amid rock and roll's rise. He adopted the stage name Cliff Richard for star appeal. And it worked. In 1958, Move It exploded, positioning him as Britain's Elvis equivalent. His raw vocals and stage presence signaled longevity. The 1960s saw adaptation, new styles, films, TV, maintaining relevance amid shifting trends. While the Beatles dominated, Cliff carved his niche with reliability, polished shows, and a gentlemanly image in a turbulent scene. Into the 1970s and beyond, he sustained success, evolving from rock roots to pop ballads and more, proving reinvention through talent, timing, dedication, and persistence. Friendships, faith, and choosing singleness. Cliff Richard has guarded his privacy, but details of his life have emerged over time. His father's death in 1961 deeply affected him. Cliff noted he missed career peaks, their bond strengthening during illness. His mother Dorothy passed in 2007 after Alzheimer's, a challenging period for him and his sisters. Cliff never married, explaining in a 1961 letter to early girlfriend, dancer Delia Wicks, that career demands and family support obligations outweighed lasting romance. The breakup devastated her until her 2010 passing. Later relationships included brief dating of actress Una Stubbs, considering marriage with dancer Jackie Irving, and a publicized 1980s romance with tennis player Sue Barker. He contemplated commitment but felt insufficient love for a lifelong partnership. Cliff has discussed low sexual drive, prioritizing career, faith, and duties over family. As a bachelor, he rarely lived alone, sharing homes with manager Bill Latham and his mother, his second family. He addressed orientation rumors, clarifying he is not gay and views marriage as sacred, rejecting societal pressures. He values deep friendships, like with property manager John McLinn. Without marriage or children, he nurtures family ties, enjoys nieces and nephews, and supports charities, finding fulfillment beyond convention. Today, he divides time between Barbados and Portugal, embracing freedom, career, and philanthropy. Cliff Richard's battles with media and authorities. In August 2014, Berkshire police searched Cliff's home under an investigation tied to historical allegations post-Jimmy Savile scandal. No arrest occurred, but coverage was intense. Cliff denied claims firmly. BBC reporting drew criticism. Even former prosecutions director Lord MacDonald called police actions questionable. The raid led Cliff to cancel events, avoiding overshadowing by unfounded claims. He cooperated with police voluntarily, facing no charges. Apologies followed for mishandling. An independent review noted privacy breaches via leaks. By 2016, the Crown Prosecution Service found insufficient evidence closing the case. Cliff expressed relief at ending vile accusations, feeling targeted without charges. One blackmail attempt surfaced during scrutiny. BBC apologized publicly. Settlements followed with police, $400,000, and BBC, $210,000 damages after 2018 win, with high legal costs. This ordeal tested Cliff immensely, highlighting media and authority impacts on public figures. Cleared with apologies, it left enduring personal marks. At the hidden intersection, music careers sometimes parallel before intersecting unexpectedly, like Cliff Richard and the Bee Gees. From different styles, their paths overlapped subtly. Robert Stegwood managed the Bee Gees' 1967 UK breakthrough while handling various British acts, placing them in shared professional circles. Bee Gees gained TV exposure via shows like Top of the Pops, platforms central to 1960s UK pop, likely familiar to Cliff. References suggest mutual awareness. Footage of Cliff covering Bee Gees' words in 1970 Berlin shows appreciation. Barry has referenced British pop influences. Arriving in 1967 under Stegwood, the Bee Gees entered a scene where Cliff was established. No headline meeting exists, but shared management, era, TV stages, and visibility created real, if understated, connections. A fascinating footnote in pop history. Two major British talents, distinct paths, echoing in similar spaces. The night that lingers in whispers. One evening stands out in hushed industry tales, linking Cliff Richard and a Gibb brother during contrasting career phases. Late 1970s, early 1980s. Bee Gees soared via disco, redefining pop through albums and soundtracks. Cliff, a British mainstay, navigated evolving tastes. Rumors describe a backstage or after-party encounter. No photos, announcements, just anecdotal memories from alleged witnesses. It persists due to era tensions. Unstoppable Bee Gees versus established Cliff, possibly feeling eclipsed. Cliff's competitiveness noted amid younger acts' rise. That period's atmosphere, ambition, rivalry, generational mixes, fuels speculation. Encounters often stayed private. Lack of confirmation enhances allure. Fans wonder, biographers ponder, veterans evade questions. Both artists' privacy intensifies the enigma. Polite chat, tension, or unspoken moment. It endures in lore, possibility more than proof. Cliff Richard's enduring spirit. Cliff Richard's journey encompasses triumphs, trials, and profound tests. From family bereavements and romantic sacrifices to unwavering career devotion, he demonstrates strength and values. As a superstar, he prioritized principles over fame, staying single, supporting loved ones amid chaos. Close ties with friends like Sue Barker, John McAllen, and Cilla Black reveal loyalty and humanity. Public life brought misunderstandings, accusations, and scrutiny. He met them with grace and resolve. True to himself in music and choices, he blends fame with integrity and compassion. His legacy reminds, remarkable lives include everyday challenges. Response defines character. Thanks for watching. If this exploration of Cliff Richard's highs, hardships, and hidden tales resonated, like the video and subscribe for more celebrity insights. Turn on notifications to stay updated. Tell us in comments, what aspect of Cliff's story surprised you most? For more untold legends from music and Hollywood, explore our channel. You'll love them.